Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. Let's see what we can find today. By the way, I guess I should address from the last video, we played Lost Christmas. Apparently it is based on some anime. Guilty Throne, I think it was? I'm trying to remember now. I've never heard of it before, so... But good, I guess it is based off of something. I kind of suspected it might be, I just wasn't sure, but... Okay, so was it a good representation or not? I wouldn't know, I suppose. I'll be honest, I don't watch a ton of anime. I really should watch some more. There's a lot of really good ones out there. You know, I've seen some of the classics, Death Note, Psycho-Pass, and a few other things. Full Metal Alchemist is still on my list. I actually did watch one recently called Erased. It was really good. But since we're talking about anime stuff, let's see if we can find one that I think was called the Anime Girl Disease. Yes, Anime Girl Disease. That's the one that I was looking for. In Japan, scientists were developing a virus used for good. People who like anime can be like an anime. However, before they could finish it, it broke loose. Now the scientists have to warn the world and cure it. The disease was only programmed for anime girls, so only girls should be affected for now. Oh, okay. Yes, this is mostly inspired by my love for TG. Yeah, I am weird. Enjoy. Well, maybe. Yeah, sure, okay, fine. The anime girl disease, but it's probably gonna spread to boys. Then again, we don't want to assume their gender, right? So, oh, it's a nanovirus. Got it, that makes a bit of sense. ATP boost, genetic mimic, aquacytic, herbophile, symptostasis. I'm wondering if there's gonna be a lot of anime references in this that I might recognize some of them. Be honest, it's something I only got into kind of recently when I started dating my wife. She introduced me to a few things, and it was pretty fun, actually. Pretty darn fun, but there's a lot that I'm missing, so. Transmission, we have Insect 1. Nothing new there. Blood, water, livestock, air, rat, bird. Okay, so all of the basics that you might find then for the nanovirus. No custom descriptions there. We have bigger eyes, of course. That is absolutely essential if you want to look like an anime character. Large eyes, tiny mouth when it's closed, but it's huge when you talk. That's a requirement. I don't see that it really does anything at the moment aside from a tiny bit of severity, so we'll save it for some transmission first. And we do have, let's see, genetic reshuffle, okay. Genetic hardening, okay. Heat drug, cold, and anime shift. Shift! The pathogen starts to become anime-like, making it harder to analyze. Decreases future research speed. So it's another genetic hardening? I mean, apparently anime is hard to analyze. I didn't know, but apparently it is. Let's go for some water transmission. Increase the odds that we can get off of Japan. But we do need to go for a bit of, well, I kind of want to go for... Whoa, they already started working on the cure. Of course, it's a nanovirus. Well, that makes sense. Oh, holy crap, it's going kind of fast. That's fun. Alright, I'm going to decrease future research speed for now. It's only 4 points after all. Genetic hardening 2 again. I guess we should go for the bigger eyes and see if we can unlock anything that helps us combat the cure, because I'm not seeing the standard setup for the nanovirus to completely dismantle the cure. So, let's see what we can find. So we have big eyes, now we have an anime-like appearance. Bodies and hair of infected start to become glossy, like in an anime. You could also shower and use some shampoo and it wouldn't be so glossy. Decreases future research speed due to complex genes. Okay. I expected the hair to be somewhat spiky, you know? Not just glossy, right? But like, I don't know. When I think like anime hair, I think like Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know if that seems a little bit dumb, but I do. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! That's just, that kind of hair is like classic anime to me. It's a little bit laughable, my opinion. I mean, it makes for some good fun. Very colorful stuff in Japanese anime, but boy howdy do they like their crazy hair. All right. So we got a little bit of urban transmission, mostly because I do need some help kind of working through Japan, because right now we're in a lot of trouble, because they're already up to halfway through the cure and I've got nothing. Anime-like appearance is done, let's move toward Jolt of Happiness. Infected start to become more happy, which leads them to getting closer to people, increases infectivity. A Jolt of Happiness, wow. It's like neurologically impacting their brains so that they just go like, oh, I really want to be around other people right now. Oh, you have no idea. Girls of the world have started to become anime-like. Scientists who made the virus start to feel regret. Yeah, well, too late. You know, can't take it back. Huh. Now, isn't there... I think I've actually read an article about some people who have pursued actual anime-style plastic surgery to try to increase the size of their eyes and make them look more like anime characters, which... I mean, people can kind of do what they want, I suppose, but at the end of the day, I think that looks ridiculous. Like, oh my gosh, people, what lengths will you go to look like a freaking cartoon? But I don't know. Environmental change. Should be an N. Environment around infected start to become more anime-like. Required to win. Okay, and then we have Jolt of Cheer. Infected become so happy that they start to bounce around. Increasing infectivity. Okay. Well, we finally got out of Japan and into the USA. That's really good, but I need that drug resistance because, holy crap, we're in frickin' trouble with this cure. Now, granted, the cure for reasons has inexplicably slowed down a lot. I'm not sure why, but it has. I really need that drug resistance, but how am I going to get more DNA if I don't get more infectivity? Gonna be a little tough. Let's go for some bird transmission. Try to get a bit of land transmission now that we're off an island. It might be able to help. Primarily, though, we've been able to get into Central America, Australia, and the USA. Those are the prime consumers of anime, clearly. 70% cure. We're going to be hovering right on the line, aren't we? But I'm kind of wondering if it suddenly takes off and becomes incredibly potent. I guess we're going to have to kind of find out. Jolt of Cheer mutated. Well, thank you, mutation chance. You are saving my bacon. So, I wanted to go for that drug transmission. We do, however, have... Oh! Unlock male transformation. Infected males begin to become anime-like. Shrink in size and ecom femin. Becoming anime girls. What? You can't just have men turn into anime style of men? You have to turn them into other girls? Oh my god. It's needed to win. Increases infectivity due to more panic. I'm still going to go for the drug transmission because we're really starting to get around in some of the wealthier areas and I desperately need the help, but yeah, couldn't you just made them more anime men? Ah, what new fresh hell is this? They all have to become girls. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with being a girl. I guess, well, okay, I'm kind of digging myself into a hole here. But the point is, that's not quite the direction I was expecting it to go. Mind shifts. Infected start to become less panicked about the disease and get comfy with their new bodies. Decreases severity, decreases future research do this. Decreases future research, do this. Required to win. Okay, well, I'll worry about the required to win stuff later. First, let's get a bit more water transmission, get ourselves to some of those islands. Greenland comes to mind. That would be good. I'd like to get around in Greenland. Also going to grab insects, because we're getting in some of the hotter areas, and that will help me in, like, you know, Indonesia, Africa, that stuff. Rumors of mysterious illness in Japan, but they found no evidence of ill health. Because, I don't know... It's perfectly normal that people have giant eyes, and... Can I just say that there's one particular thing about anime that always has bothered me, and I'm sure it's an artistic thing, but it's the fact that you have these characters always going, oh, and stuff like that. Like, they just make all these noises, right? Like, every time there's some sort of facial expression like, oh my gosh, this sudden reveal. Everyone does it. All of them. And it's like, did we normally do that in real life? Because I don't think we do. I get they're trying to emphasize, like, surprise! I get it, but still, it's always bothered me, and maybe that's just me being nitpicky. Probably is, but even so. Let's go for the male transformation. Even though all of the men of, let's say, China and the USA and so on have already been infected, now they're starting their transmission. Let's go for environmental change. Leads to beautiful sights. The world starts to gain a lot of beautiful girls, attracting infected and non-infected to them. Increases infectivity. Speaking of beautiful stuff, I don't know if this is a thing about Japanese culture. Maybe someone can tell me. But it seems, from anecdotally, just as an outside observer, that there's this sort of fascination in some Japanese anime of kind of all things American, and this idea that, like, Americans are somehow naturally more beautiful. I mean, I don't know, I don't want to sound like I'm being insensitive in some way, but I'm kind of thinking, like, have you noticed that Japanese characters don't look Japanese most of the time? I mean, I don't know. Hair color, body shape, and all sorts of other, like, physical features, they look less Japanese and kind of more like a mixed match of American. I mean, how many naturally blonde Japanese people do you find? I don't think it's a lot, but I guess I wouldn't know. I've never been to Japan. But anyway, I was trying to remember, there's, like, my wife watched this anime a long time ago. I think it was called Nana or something like that. But it had, a character who was like, I have to hide the fact that I'm American because everyone would think that I'm beautiful because I'm American or something like that. I'm like, really? Is that a thing? It may not be a thing. Maybe it's just totally an incorrect, like, observation. But those of you who are more familiar with that, like, I don't know, is that actually like a pervasive thing in Japanese culture and Japanese anime culture specifically? I really don't know, it's just something I've kind of wondered about. But anyway, mind takeover. Infected become so comfy with their new bodies they forget who they once were and form a new identity. Win condition. Oh good, I win. Nico gene. Some infected start to have their ears replaced with cat ears, oh god, and grow a cat tail and fangs. Oh, it's the frickin' cat girl furry thing again. They talk funny and pounce on non-infected, increasing infectivity. Yeah, we're kind of taking this in a slightly new direction. Gone sexual? I hope not. Anyway, alright, so let's go ahead and do some things that kind of reset the cure. We're doing more or less okay. I could actually use a little bit of heat and maybe cold resistance as well. Spread us a little bit faster in places like Africa. Greenland is taking its sweet darn time, but interestingly enough, the cure is actually reversing. Well, now that is interesting. The cure is literally reversing itself. Is that supposed to happen? Well, we have cat girls now. Is that supposed to happen? I don't feel like it's supposed to. I feel like a number was set to negative, and as a result, it's actually eliminating the cure as time goes on. I mean, it doesn't bother me. It kind of even makes sense thematically, but it's still not what I expected. Let's go ahead and genetically reshuffle a little bit more. No healthy people left in the world. They've all turned into anime girls, specifically anime girls, and also a few cat girls just for some diversity. Congrats, you have turned everyone, male and female, into anime girls. The world is now anime, and everyone now lives differently and more peacefully. No one remembers the past, but who cares? Looks like you did the world good, scientists. Wait, what? What? Looks like you did the world good, scientists. Now only if they could reproduce. If only they could reproduce. Anyway, everyone has turned into happy anime girls. Huh. Alright, well, kind of amusing. A couple misspellings and stuff like that, otherwise not too bad. So, I mean, no custom transmissions. I feel like there's kind of a missed opportunity there. I feel like it could come up with some really comical stuff as far as how you are transmitting the anime disease. But otherwise, it's not so bad. Really, the symptoms are where the strength of this scenario lies. Which is kind of fun. It is a little bit difficult to start off in a rich country like Japan, but we made it work. I was really nervous that it was going to be unbalanced and we'd lose because the cure seemed to be pretty strong at first, but we made it. I'm not sure it's supposed to be curing itself. Maybe that's the intention of the author, maybe it's not. But either way, not bad. Kind of a fun scenario, kind of lighthearted and stuff. Yeah, Now I'm hoping my ignorance of proper anime culture and stuff has not shown itself too much. I mean, I freely admit it. But even so. Yeah, pretty fun. Thank you for sending that way. Thank you for sending that my way. Gosh, words, what do they mean? Thank you all very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I, as always, will see you guys next time.